This month on Hobby House, Chuck is at spring training in Florida, talking sports cards with some Phillies legends,
I have each one of those cards that are in the market.
grabbing cards at a nearby card show, and making a visit to CGC Cards for a review of what he purchased.
The Leaf Babe Ruth and Joe DiMaggio.
Definitely great card.
But they were well played with and it looked like they were well taped.
For the third straight year, the Darren Daulton Foundation took their celebrity guest bartending event south to the Phillies spring training home in Clearwater, Florida, to allow fans the chance to interact with former pro athletes and, more importantly, raise money to support people suffering from brain cancer and brain tumors. Larry Boa, Juan Samuel, Don Carmen, Greg Luzinski, Ruben Amaro, and Steve DeBerg were among the celebrity guest bartenders supporting the foundation of Dalton, the Phil's legend who died of brain cancer in 2017. Chuck sat down with many of the participants, including Samuel.
I'm here with Juan Samuel. Juan, when I was growing up, 1985, when I was collecting baseball cards, you were the rookie I was looking for. Other people were collecting Dwight Gooden. I'm like, no, it's Juan Samuel. You had a great career.
No, thank you for that. I know you were number 1 fan, but we love being around. I enjoy what I did. Love the Phillies, love the fans, and it's been great so far.
It's awesome you still support the Darren Daulton Foundation.
Yes.
I mean, Darren was an amazing person. You knew him better than a lot of us.
Yes.
Any story come to mind about that?
Well, Darren and I came up through the minor league system together.
Mm-hmm.
So we were 1983. Mm-hmm. We were both called up at the same time also.
Okay.
I was on the roster for the World Series. He was not in the roster, but Darren and I became good friends. You start through the minor league system, you really bond throughout A-ball, AA, AAA, the big league. So it's great for me to be part of this, and looking forward to raising a lot of money today.
Yeah, that's great. When you see a baseball card from the old days, does that bring back memories? Do you ever see an image of you? I mean, look at the power.
It does.
That's from 1987.
Yes,
Wow.
I have each one of those cards that are in the market.
Oh, you got them?
I got them at
How
home.
are you? I mean, you obviously were sliding head first, right?
It was part of my game. To me, if I didn't get dirty, I didn't do anything.
Yeah. And it says, hobbies include music and movies. So what's your favorite movie? What type of movie?
Well, I like action movie back then. It was Western movies.
Yep.
Then it was the karate movies.
Oh, yeah.
So it all depends what was trending, but I was more action movie.
That's awesome.
Oh, that good.
Yeah. Like I said, you and Doc Gooden, I mean, you were both rookies the same year.
Yeah.
And in 1985, you either collected Juan Samuel or Dwight. You were a fan of one or the other. I was a Juan Samuel guy.
You know what was great about that? We really became good friends because we had the same agent.
Yeah. So if you had the current rules in baseball, how many more bases would you steal?
Thousands. I think with how many times those guys get those step off and the time clock, I think it's all advantage to the runners. So yeah. I think probably we'll steal a little bit more.
Yeah. Who did you model your game after?
Cesar Cedeno.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Cesar Cedeno. I like his style of play. He did a little bit of everything.
Yep.
Very aggressive on the bases. So that's why I model my game too.
Well, Juan, thank you so much for talking to us. Thanks for supporting such a great event. And so many memories when I see you.
No, you're really welcome. And thank you very much.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thanks.
passing out free packs of cards at spring training has become an annual tradition for Chuck.
Baseball cards.
And this year we've given away over 5,000 packs of baseball cards. So thanks to Topps for helping to supply us, and it brings a smile to kids' faces. And for me personally, it just reminds me about the thrill of baseball cards and collecting and sports cards in general. And reminds me of being a kid, because the smiles we see put on a face by just handing out packs is priceless.
Nice job.
And why not carry that tradition to the Dalton Foundation event?
You guys want some baseball cards?
It's where Chuck also had the chance to sit down with four-time All-Star Greg The Bull Luzinski.
Great home run hitter. Thank you for coming to support such an amazing cause.
Oh, it's a great cause. I, thank everybody that came out. A lot of the players are here. I think the only player that I actually played with was Larry Bull. But our new Darren, minor leagues, and great player, a leader. A friend of mine, after Darren's Philadelphia Phillies career, he went to Miami, and Jimmy Leland was managing that ball club. And we were good friends, and he had called me about Darren, and I said, he's the best. He's a leader. He'll take care of your clubhouse, and you won't have any problems.
And he won a World Series with them,
They
right?
won the World Series.
Yeah, I mean, having a leader like Dutch there.
Yeah, and then, when you talk to Jimmy and a lot of people in that Miami organization, they speak very highly of Dalton and what he achieved and how he controlled the pitching staff. And like I said, he knows what's going on up there. He's looking down.
He's smiling down on us.
Smiling down on us. Just a tremendous guy.
You made your debut at 19 years old.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Now, the Pirates have a young kid, Connor Griffin, who's 19. Looks like a solid prospect.
Yeah,
Any advice for him coming in at 19?
Well, I think one of the big things for young players is the fact that when they get that chance, they got to feel they belong there. It's no difference like when you go through the system, AA, AAA. If you don't think you belong there, you're not going to succeed.
Confidence is huge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And guess what? You don't want to give those pitchers any advantage, because they know when you step in that batter's box how you feel. If you have that good feeling about it, and that would be my advice, make sure that mentally you belong there.
You went to the White Sox for a little bit. That's when they had those interesting uniforms.
I never wore the shorts.
Were you there when they had the shorts or no?
No.
Okay, yeah.
New ownership took over when my first year there.
Okay.
So we didn't have to wear them, thank God.
Was that your least favorite uniform design?
Not really. No.
Did the Phillies ever have a bad uniform?
Yeah, that maroon uniform. Oh, I hated that. But we only wore them one time. Mrs. Carpenter.
And that was all maroon hat, pants, and shirt, right?
Yeah. We got our butts kicked by Montreal, and she said no more. So they auctioned them off to the public.
This says, as a stat, you purchased 20,000 worth of tickets to underprivileged kids, and that was the Bull Ring.
So I had a lot of tickets upstairs for underprivileged groups, YMCA's, groups like that. And to this day, I still get some of those people. They come to the barbecue. They come to the barbecue and say hello and say, my first game was up in the Bull Ring. I said, I'm just happy that you were able to participate in big league games.
Bull's Barbecue, if anybody visits Philadelphia, they need to go to Citizens Bank Park in the right field side, right?
Left field.
Or left field, yeah.
I use a lot of homemade recipes, and since then I get together with the chef there for the stadium, and we come up with some different stuff. So we try some new stuff every year and keep the fans coming out.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Greg.
Thank you. Go
It was a
Phil.
pleasure. Yeah, go Philly.
Back at VSM, Chuck and Brad ripped an Upper Deck Series 2 hockey box, which is the second half of the annual hockey card chase. It guarantees 6 Young Gun inserts per box.
Let's see what we get, and also some great inserts.
Don't forget about the Hobby Clear Cut, guys, that can be found exclusively in the Hobby SKUs of this product. Look at that. Is that a Young Gun Dazzler?
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That's Devin Kaplan from the Flyers.
Nice.
Very nice.
Like that. The hometown team.
Oh, there's our boy. This is Schaefer.
No way.
There we go.
You got a Young Gun?
Of Matthew Schaefer.
His base.
Very nice card.
Nice.
That's our best card, I think, so far.
Oh, that's by far the best one.
Very nice.
I got, look what I got. It's a dual Young Guns.
Okay.
Schaefer is on there.
Very
yeah, that's
nice.
his duel with his teammate.
Very nice. It is a Dazzlers. Owen Powers. Beautiful card here with the
Those are
Sabres.
so nice. That's the silver Dazzler.
Beautiful. I think this is the blue Dazzler.
Oh, the blue.
Here.
I think
yes,
you get,
it is the blue. It does
that's
have
nice.
it on the back
Yeah,
here.
you get one blue per box, I think. How about this? I got a UD Portraits and a good one, Connor McDavid.
Very nice.
I tell you what, this product is much more than just the Young Guns.
It is.
So many cool things.
National Hockey Card Day is Saturday, April 11th. Stop by participating hobby shops to get free National Hockey Card Day packs. You can even pull Victory Rookie, Autograph, or Mascot insert cards. You can join all the fun that happens at the Hobby House 24/7 at VSMSportsCardOutlet.com. VSM Sports Card Outlet offers a huge selection of hobby boxes, memorabilia, raw and graded cards, shipped directly to you. VSMSportsCardOutlet.com, where every day is like a sports card show.
So while we're down here in spring training, we figured on a Sunday morning we'd come and look at a local card show. So we're in New Port Richey, Florida, and we're going to check out a show and see how it is, see what kind of buys we can get. You got some cool vintage, that's for sure. So well used, but still iconic cards. And you have some room on these, because condition's what scares me on these ones. Like that's, yeah, it's got a good crease there, so. Can I see the box of 52s behind you too?
I'm at 73.50, man. I'll do it for like $6 grand.
I'm coming closer to 5,000 for this stuff.
I'll do it.
Okay, cool. Yep, thank you. So all the Aiden Millers plus all the firsts that are in here, work up a price and see what you can do. I meet you at 13? All right. Cool. I mean, two icons that, you know, two different generations remember the two of them as some of their favorite players from the 1990s and the 2010s for sure. We picked up a lot of cards today. We're a mix of vintage and current and legends. You know, there's certain things that we might be buying now that we're going to be bringing to Fanatics Fest and the National Sports Card Convention. Things like a Snoop Dogg signed card from 1995. That's going to be a real cool piece to have at the National. These are things that when people come up to our booth at Fanatics Fest or the National, they're going to see it and think about whether they want that in their personal collection or not. We got a whole row of 1952 Topps cards, and some of them look to be in decent condition, and I can never get enough Josh Allen. These are numbered to 10, so Mutombo died young, and his stuff sells good to begin with, and this is the gold number to 10. You know, I love the history of boxing, so to get Joe Louis and John Sullivan, you know, I just can't pass that stuff up. I got the whole section of Aiden Miller. He's the Phillies' top prospect, one of the top prospects in baseball. We'll figure out which ones are centered that are worth getting graded. These will do great. I mean, back at our store, our customers can't get enough of Aiden Miller right now. We'll bring some back to sell raw, and then we'll also get a handful graded too. Stacy gave me $500 that Wheatland Auctions were gonna donate $500 of things we bought
to be lots at the end of the auction, 100% will go to St. Jude's. I was really trying to figure out which ones we'll do, but I got so much in the vintage collection that we'll be able to find some nice things to bring to auction there. Hey, our latest auction is up and ready for bids. Go to wheatlandauctionservices.com. You'll see hundreds of rare tobacco cards, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant inserts from the 1990s that you don't see often. Even 1970s baseball wax boxes that are sealed unopened. Some great items. We even have gold, silver, even a Rolex watch. Bid now. Everything starts at $5 with no reserve. wheatlandauctionservices.com.
Geosyntech Consultants is the firm clients call when the world's most important challenges demand the very best innovators. Our engineers and scientists lead the way on complex environmental issues, next-generation energy infrastructure, the rapidly expanding world of AI data centers, and the world's most challenging air, water, waste, and coastal problems. When innovation isn't optional, when the project is critical, complex, or unprecedented, Geosyntech delivers.
In the Miss Volunteer America organization, service isn't just what we do, it's who we are. We partner with nonprofits, uplift families, and help young women to become the best and most confident versions of themselves, both in their communities and in their careers. If you're a young woman looking to serve, a business hoping to partner, or a supporter looking to make an impact, we would love for you to join our mission. For more information, visit MissVolunteerAmerica.net today.
Collecting should be about happiness and making memories, and that's exactly what you'll find at VSM Sports Card Outlet in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. As a direct retailer for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, Leaf, Pokemon, and more, we have the latest releases, a huge inventory of hobby and retail boxes, plus a massive collection of raw and graded singles. Come join other collectors that proudly call VSM their hobby house. VSM Sports Card Outlet in the Chelsea Square Shopping Center, Lancaster, PA.
Don't sell your sports cards and memorabilia, consign them with Wheatland Auction Services, the company that prides themselves on helping you get the greatest return on your collectibles. With more than 40 years of experience, Wheatland can handle the entire process, even grading and authentication. Consign with us today, or if you're looking to add to your collection, bid on our incredible auctions now at wheatlandauctionservices.com.
Okay, we're back here with Hobby House, and I'm with Andy Broom of CGC. And Andy, I went to a card show yesterday morning in Newport Richey, Florida.
Okay.
While I was down here, and a dealer had some, off-condition, fabulous cards like the Sandy Koufax rookie card, Roberto Clemente rookie, a Willie Mays. They both have surfaces and issues. The Willie Mays has a stamp on the back, and then great cards, the Leaf Babe Ruth and Joe DiMaggio.
Definitely great cards.
But they were well played with, and it looked like they were well taped. But,
yeah.
It was the right price. The dealer was a nice guy, and, figured can't hurt. I want to get these graded authentic, probably altered.
Mm-hmm.
But can you help people understand if there's a stamp on the back, if there's light creasing, a surface crease that doesn't look like it goes through?
Sure.
Would you mind taking a look and giving some guidance to us?
100%. Let's do it. What we got first? Well, Mays. Well, that's always a good way to start off, right? So this one, as you said, it's got some stamps on the back. Not terribly uncommon to find, especially 50s and back on cards. And so the way we treat these types of stamps, like this rubber stamp, is not too different from how we treat writing. Mm-hmm. And so, if I'm looking at a card like this in particular with these two stamps, you're going to be between a 1.5 and a 2. 2 is going to be about the highest that you're going to be with a stamp on there. Same for writing, where we see this, like kid writes his name on the back, that's going to be a 1.5 to 2. So it's very much in the same realm as writing. Mm-hmm. With this particular card, I don't think the overall condition is any higher than that with the stamp. So, it's probably going to be a 1.5 is what that would look like.
Yeah, and that was my guess on that one. I prefer to get this type of card authenticated and graded because it sets the value and lets people know, and I don't want people getting fooled. So I will be leaving these. But what about like a surface crease that you see there on the on the sandy.
So I'm gonna take this one out if you don't mind,
Yeah,
so we
go
can see
for it.
that a little bit better. So as we can see, there is a horizontal crease running right across the middle of the card. It looks like they just folded it right in half. And so, you know, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the front and the back. Now, the back is not terrible. We can see where the line is, but it doesn't break the surface. Even on the front, it doesn't break the surface necessarily, right? And so, as far as a crease going all the way across the card, this is probably the best scenario. So what I'm looking at is that's only with the one crease. It's not very strong on the back. It doesn't break the front surface. So this actually be the highest that you would be able to get with a crease like this. This would be a 2.
Okay, great.
Now, if this was to break the paper, as it's barely starting to, but not yet, if it was more prevalent on the back, things of that nature, then it's going to go down from there.
Awesome. And what these are really messed up. They have writing, they have tape, they have paper loss.
Yeah.
There's not much more they could have done other than just rip them apart.
Right.
So I assume these would be authentic altered.
Yeah, and the one thing we want to watch for on cards that are taped together, and just so we can look at this one, make sure
that it wasn't pieced back together.
That's one of the things I'm looking for, is I want to make sure these two pieces actually go together, but also going to look at how fragile it is. And so there are some instances, and I would say it's rare, but there are some instances where if these two pieces have been completely separated and they're put back together, the tape's not great, it's too fragile to encapsulate.
And I've seen that before.
Yeah.
I think I had a Cy Young T206 card that had so much paper loss on it, wasn't able to get graded.
Yeah, and so these are definitely been separated. They do belong together, and the tape is holding them together.
Yep.
I do think, though, that these would be able to be encapsulated. These would be what we consider authentic altered, because the cards have been torn in half and they've been put back together.
Can you dive a little deeper into the different stages of what altered means?
Yeah.
Or could mean?
Normally, you know, a lot of people, when they hear the word altered or authentic altered, they think the card's been trimmed or power erased or something nefarious to try to pass it off as a better condition than it actually is. And while that's very true, you know, this is also a type of altered card. And the reason why we would call this altered is because it has been altered from its original state. So when it was issued, this was one card cut from a sheet. But it would fall under definition of being altered since it is put back together. So this is a great example of what I would say is an honest alteration.
Great. Well, really appreciate it. This is going to be helpful for a lot of collectors. So.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
awesome.
Andy.
Of course.
CGC is the official grading partner of Hobby House.
VSM Sports Card Outlet has brought the convenience of a local card shop online at vsmsportscardoutlet.com. As a direct shop with all of the biggest names in cards, we have all of the latest hobby and retail boxes. And if you're ready to sell that big hit you pulled or a vintage collection, Wheatland Auction Services can handle every step of the process with ease. From grading to authentication to selling, vsmsportscardoutlet.com, where every day is like a sports card show.
Is there any more ideal way to end a spring training trip than by sitting around a picnic table next to BayCare Ballpark, ripping packs, and hearing stories from Don Carmen, Juan Samuel, and Ruben Amaro?
Bo Jackson.
So,
one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen on the field.
Chuck's daughters, Hannah and Lauren, were in Clearwater for spring break with their friends Jocelyn and Gigi. They included the Dalton Foundation Celebrity Bartending event as part of their trip. And while the beach is nice, how many chances do you get to hear great stories from former big league players?
First game I ever pitched in, they called down and said, "You're in," and as soon as they said, I just started shaking. I was so scared, I was so nervous. And then I'll never forget, because I was jogging in, and Juan Samuel, and by the time I got to second base, because I couldn't breathe, I was completely out of air, and I had to stop because I couldn't go any further. I was jogging, and I stopped and bent over just to try to catch my breath. And Sammy was laughing at me, and I said, "It's not funny."
Gigi had the hot hands, pulling a Don Carmen and Juan Samuel card out of a single pack of 1989 Topps, with both players sitting right there at the table. The spring training trip and the Darren Daulton Foundation event ended with the perfect story from Carmen, who played 7 seasons with Dalton in Philadelphia.
When you showed up, you would think he hadn't seen you in 10 years or you were lost somewhere, he would just give you the biggest hug and kiss. And just kiss you right on the mouth. And say, I love you, brother. That's what he'd say. It was just amazing, amazing. And he's the only guy who ever did that to me. So, but it was just somehow kind of cool.